Hey guys, what's up? Johnny Cat here from Droid ROM Review, and today we're going to take a look at the Simply Stunning ROM by Chevy Number One. He's over at All Droid, and first and foremost, I just want to say that I'm really impressed with Chevy's work that he's done. For the most part, I try to use Chevy's kernels that he builds. He's got some overclocking kernels that you can add to just about any ROM out there, and I love his because he has so many slots available, 10 slot overclocking kernels, so that you can really select what megahertz that you want to run at a really granular scale. Um, so let's take a look at his ROM. First and foremost, this is a ROM that's running based upon 2.1. So let's take a look here about phone. And yeah, we've got a 2.1 ROM here, obviously running one of his kernels, the Chevy 10 slot kernel. And this thing is fast. Like for 2.1, besides Bugless Beast, I don't think there's anything as fast as this out there. Uh, Visually, it's just really just smooth. And I should also state that I don't think I'm running overclocked right now. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm only running at 600 megahertz. So, you know, it's really smooth for 600 megahertz, especially for 2.1. A lot of the 2.1 2.1 kernels out there tend to have issues with lag and sluggishness just overall, but this one has no such issue that I can tell. One of the things that really doesn't affect me as much as it might affect you, but Chevy has included a lot of the Linux commands that aren't normally available. So if you are a command line, word slinger, and you need to do some of the commands that aren't normally there available, he's added a whole bunch that are there, and you can take a look on the page below that I'll link to of what commands that he's actually included. So that's kind of a nicety for some of you out there. Some of the other things is it appears to be based on smoked glass, but it's got a few different variations on it compared to other smoked glass ROMs that I've seen. For instance, it's changed out some of these icons up here, which is kind of cool. The only thing that makes it kind of weird is they're all green based, yet he kept some of the blue on these other portions of the theme, so it kind of doesn't flow as well. It would be nice if those were green, but themes are easily changed with Metamorph, so not a big deal if you want to change it out. One of the other things is by default, multi-touch is not supported on the browser on this ROM, but it's easily added. He has an update patch that you can add that with not too much trouble. He claims that it causes instability by putting the multi-touch in there, and I haven't added it, so I'm not sure. But for the most part, this ROM is about as solid as it gets. The only issues that I've had with this ROM is that it seems to have some just random force closing on me. For instance, I hardly ever use the Amazon MP3 app, and I know for a fact that I haven't launched it since I've used this ROM, and I keep on getting force closes. It's happened like 3 or 4 times in the past 2 days of using this ROM, where it will just pop up and tell me that Amazon MP3 has to force close. I don't know. I've never seen that with any other ROM, but hey, whatever. Not a big deal, but just something that I thought was kind of odd for it. One other thing, not that I'm a huge fan of the live wallpapers and being able to interact with them. I've got Nexus 1 up here right now, but he has the interaction not enabled, and that's something that I've seen in the other ROMs. Now, I don't know if that causes instability and that's why he removed it. I'm going to assume that's the case because he seems to be really focused on performance and speed over features. But if you really want interactive wallpapers, then this probably isn't the ROM for you. As far as using this for a daily ROM, if you're looking for a 2.1 ROM that's stable and solid, this is right up there with Bugless Beast as far as the best ROMs out there that's 2.1 based that you can use. I'm a real big fan of it. It seems super slick, just smooth as all get out. And that's one thing, like I've stated in previous reviews, That's a really big issue with me. If you've got a sluggish ROM, I'm not going to use it. That's all there is to it. But that's for the most part it. And so take a look at the Simply Stunning ROM by Chevy #1.